Listen up, Rangers, look with the Geek Chest. My name's Steve, and we might have done this video once already. We actually filmed in our Noses house with us on the chairs doing this. But bad things happened to the video, so we're just gonna go over it again. That, and I gotta unbox these guys for Super anyways. So we're doing this. But for this toy haul, I recently got the Master Roshi from SH Figuarts. We have the Sophie Spirits Shriekhorn. Probably the one I was most excited about, which is the SH Figuarts Majin, who doesn't really fit on the screen. Like, that thing is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. And then the Ultraman Geed Royal Megamaster. So we're just going to get into it. And on a funny note, this box is actually empty because he's still actually currently chilling inside the box just in his plastic wrap. But we are going to go over... do I want to open this one now? We'll do each of them individually, or we just want to make a pile of stuff on the table? I guess individually. So we're just going to move these guys out of the way for a second. Smacking cameras. It's what... So many decently sized boxes on the table. I already got the plastic wrapping off this guy. But pretty sweet looking figure. I love the coloring on him. With the gold, and you get the purples and blacks and silvers. Looks really nice. Detailing. Pretty sharp. Not noticing too much really wrong with the paint job. Okay, it wasn't this one. I know one of these figures has a scuff on it. We'll figure it out eventually. But the one negative I've seen from this guy, for me anyways, is this is super terrifying. For the cape, I would like to have seen it a little bit thicker. But it's kind of cool that you can articulate it. Though it looks like this part's kind of popping out a little bit, but that pops him back in pretty easily. But yeah, not too shabby. The only problem is this guy's like going third party is like an arm and a freaking leg for him. But you get the weight on the stuff. Comes with his little scepter. I forget what its name is. We'll have to find that out for the review. But pretty nicely detailed by itself. You also get a smaller version of it too. Again, detailed really nicely. I like how they get like the little... I forget if it was a jewel. I'll have to go back to that, but it kind of has this nice little crystal look to it on the front section here. And then comes with a bunch of little hands for holding random stuff, and also his color changing time indicator, which you can swap out with this piece here. But we'll save that more for the review. Next, for Master Roshi, check this guy out. Oh, he's got a stand. That's pretty cool. For some odd reason, I wasn't thinking he was going to come with one. So that's really nice to see. But I think it's just a toppler. Trying to do this without sending arms flying everywhere. But it's always so weird to see him without his glasses on. Like, it's just, like getting this guy out of the package, it just makes me instantly want to go for these things and put him on. Maybe. If we don't fail miserably while trying to do it. Oh, that looks better. So much better. I like, too, that the glasses aren't translucent. They're actually painted a metallic green. Which looks right for the anime. Then I appreciate not being able to see the eyes. Very Master Roshi-esque. But one thing that's fairly noticeable between this and, say, like, the Z Super version is he, to me, especially with this outfit, makes him look a little bit more stout. Like, he definitely has more of, like, that Mr. Miyagi kind of appearance to him, instead of the more, like, fighter-esque appearance you see more in Z and Super. One thing that's kind of weird, though, is the top section here is like a hard plastic instead of like the normal texturing you get for the rest of the figure, but it's a softer rubber for the lower section here. It's just a little strange. Oh, and it's Master Roshi. Has a little scuff on the back here, which is a little bit of a bummer. But looks like the shell... Ooh, it's got little straps and everything. Hold on a second. We gotta mess around with this. So, alright. I gotta peg that on first. Maybe? Get his head a little forward. And I guess that stays on. How does that wrap around him, though, if you got this on him? Well, I guess you don't really need to stand though, because you'll have his cane if you had this on him anyways. Oh, wow, yeah, that's actually kind of a little bit of a pain. Try to pig all this crap in, because this doesn't really want to line up here, so you have to take this off. Box for information is right in front of my face. Why weren't you telling me, Rangers? Oh, that helps me literal zero. It is on the up top. Alright. We're doing it right. Never doubted me for a second. Grabbing this other one. Oh, I just seen too that I didn't realize this when we open it, but it comes with a little piece that you can stick in the back of Master Roshi to cover that plate up. That's pretty cool. So we're going to keep these out a little bit. Just help get this on. Oh, that's terrifying. It's really thin. And I'm used to, like, you guys remember those old Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where if you touch Mikey's nunchucks in any certain way, they just snapped. So I'm used to used to bad things happening with something so thin. And then just peg that in. It doesn't look like the picture. Not quite anyways. Still pretty sweet though. I could probably get those little straps in a little bit more. But definitely like the look. And again, we got his little walking stick here, which is really cool. The other thing too is when we unbox this guy, how you swap out the expressions, because you'll notice, at least in the package, he has like his eyebrows down and the glasses on, so you can have like a couple of different looks. But you can swap out the mustaches. And yeah, next time, Tamashii, give me extra heads. That's a little creepy. But he does come with some extra hands and the alternate head, which for the life of me is not coming out of this package. So here we go. Which looks pretty sweet on its own too. And real quick, look at the glasses on. Definitely what I'm going to be posing next to my Bomas. Actually, probably this is Dragon Ball Gals period. He's probably just going to be like this. Though I might do full eyebrows. So it's probably going to be more like this lips with those. Yeah, let's try it real quick. Yeah! Oh. This is the face I've been waiting for. Alright, so next we got Shriekhorn here, which looks pretty cool. I actually like this blue paint on him. Stands up pretty nicely on his shoulders, on his chest. He got a little bit on his arms. Looking pretty cool. Like, especially with the eyes. I always, because personally for me, I always, oh, there's double articulation. That's cool. Don't see that too often. Sadly, nothing on the legs. Waist, not a whole lot. A little bit of tail action. A little bit. Nothing at the... I kind of wish there was maybe articulation at the head. That's a little disheartening. It's a big old seam line back here on the back too. I wonder why that's separate. It's weird. I think this would have kind of been one molded piece, but I guess there had to be something that made that impossible. But it would have been nice maybe seeing some head articulation. But detailing is not too bad. Like, especially for like vinyls, which is usually what I gravitate towards. In terms of like my Godzilla collecting, like I love me some Bandai vinyls. So with these slightly more detailed versions, not quite like this isn't nearly X plus, but for the size, still pretty impressed with it overall. And then finally we got the one I've been most excited about. It's Fat Boo. Because if you guys didn't know, Fat Boo, Best Boo. So it comes with 3 capes total, which I hear are a little bit of a pain in the butt to get on them, but you do get 3 options, which is actually pretty sweet. Especially for the size of this guy, because I think he's like 70 bucks, 70 or 80. I want to say 80 now that I think about it. But Jesus, he's just a big ball of pink. Also, what's weird too is just like on that Master Roshi, this is hard plastic here. for his stomach and his top of his legs and thighs. Well, this is like standard figure art stuff for the other plastic. Same with the head here. Feels kind of hollow. Well, not feels. He is hollow. Like, compared to some of the other larger figure arts figures, like say Nappa, definitely doesn't have the same heft to him than Nappa did currently. But with the size of this figure, though, that would have been something I don't think they could have really done with the way he set up it. Though I do worry about the paint scuffing, trying to articulate this guy. But for the most part, I don't think he's going to be one outside of doing these videos I'm going to play around with too much. Essentially, I'm going to get him in a pose. Probably call it a day. Posing periodically. He might show up in some videos because we would like him some candy. Probably a Munch Pack video. Random video. Oh, we got a health one coming here in the not too distant future. And he might be in the thumbnail. But detailed still. Pretty nice. I like the giant M on the belt. You get some metallic gold for place. Like, he looks pretty freaking close to the anime, even with the use of the hard plastic, which gives him... cheap's probably not the right word, but just a more lower class figure feel. Because it kind of feels like when you're holding him, it kind of feels like a Lanyard figure or something along those lines, but detailed way better. We talked about this in the video we did previously, but I wish he came with a Deborah cookie that he got when he turned him into a cookie. If he would have came with that little accessory, that would have been sweet. I might actually pick that guy up if they actually ever make him. The Demon Lord, the Demon Dude. The one that would spit on people and turn them into stone. He'd be kind of cool. He better come with a freaking cookie if they do make him. So, Boo's got some extra accessories. So, for the 4 figures here, I'm gonna say Boo's probably my favorite. Next will probably be the Bandai vinyl. I'm gonna say Geet's probably my least favorite, only because it terrifies me with this cape that I feel like if I mess around with this guy, I'm gonna damage him. More so than, say, like, random little paint scuff in certain sections you might not be able to see. This, it feels like every time I touch this thing, it's gonna snap. So, looks cool. It's probably arguably, next to Boo, the best looking dude on the table. But in terms of just playability, not where I really want him to be. But what do you guys think? If you guys picked up any of these figures, let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of them. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.